Right then, let's look ahead to the Spurs game then. We are about to face one of our biggest tests this season, certainly probably one of the biggest tests since Ruben Amorim has taken charge. Only a couple of seasons ago that we won the Carabao Cup. Hope would be that we could bring another one back to Old Trafford. It looks good for us if we can get through Tottenham, but obviously Tottenham might have other plans, and as much as lads, it's Tottenham is what we want to say. Our last match against them doesn't bode well. We lost 3-0. Bruno was sent off, probably the game that sealed the fate for Ten Hag's future, I think. We are playing away. Tottenham is one that many, including us, have struggled to get a result from recently, and they're coming into this on the back of absolutely slapping Southampton up 5-0. Confidence is high. Ange is ravenous to get a trophy with Spurs, as everyone involved with Spurs probably is, and I think you have to expect the best version of Tottenham to turn up in this. They know it's a big opportunity for them. And they are missing some key players. I think Vicario's a big one. Richarlison, Ben Davies, Bentancur, Romero, Van der Ven. They're all out. That's a lot of key players, and that's massive for us. Udogi is also, but I doubt, as allegedly as well. So we've got an opportunity here. I think we have to take this serious. They are turning the heat up under Ange, but it's not without some big teething problems. If they could play City every week, they'd probably be all right. But it's these gritty fixtures where they find themselves as the favourite, like they are actually on Thursday night, where they've really underrepresented themselves. They do look to hold possession. They like to go with a relentless sort of goal-orientated philosophy, and they set up in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 that gives them the ability to cover across the pitch and kind of materialises Postecoglou's ideas. The shape moulds primarily into a 4-2-3-1 when they've got the ball, and their players are then given the opportunity and tasked with disrupting the opposition's shape enough just to get Son, Maddison, Kulusevski in a position where they can do some damage. And when it works, they can squeeze the life out of opposition very quickly, as we found out back in September. They do like to try and play out, and that results in passing options forming all the way around the ball. You'll see triangles and options everywhere. Postecoglou loves using a third man to sort of surge the attack forward. And the goal is to try and get play going quickly and moving through an opposition. The Spurs midfield is crucial to how that works, and if it doesn't work, that's where it starts to crumble for them. Tottenham's eights have to cover an unbelievable amount of ground, and they pick up the slack for any of the players that are going to roam or pop out of position. One big example of that is when Spurs inverted fullbacks get caught out. The eights are energetic enough to recover and cover in for them. And again, when it doesn't go well, it goes bad for them. In the final third, they try and create space across the pitch. Wingers stay high and wide. That makes room for half-space runs from midfield as opposition defenders spread to try and cover him, and that's where Maddison gets picked up, and he excels in that sort of half-space as well. But it's not just limited to him. You'll often see fullbacks making that run. Half-space run's massive for them. It's a big staple of their play, and it's not just limited to the positions that I've mentioned. Spurs are disruptors, so you got to be careful against them. It's only the Carabao Cup, but do you know what? It's a trophy at the end of the day, and it could spark something real positive for Amorim if he's able to go and get a trophy nice and early in his career. Positivity, I think, is there, but fragile at United. And a decent run of games would really be what the doctor has ordered. You'd be stupid to underestimate Ange and Tottenham. But you're also able to actually put this on them and get a result here, I think. Starman, I think it's Heung-min Son. I think he's always a danger. I think he's a real leader for them. He's had some injury concerns, but 6 goals and 6 assists. Yeah, I think considering the struggles, that's not bad, you know. It's only a matter of time before his form sets on fire again. Let's hope it's not tomorrow night against United. In terms of United, I've ummed and ahed a little bit over this. I've tried to get Euro in, and I've tried to get Maguire in. I've ended up going with Maguire just because I think he's a bit further ahead in terms of his development. So I've gone with Onana, and then I've gone with a back three of Mazraoui on the left-hand side of it. I'm giving Martinez a break just because I'm worried about overplaying him. And I'm going with Mazraoui, Maguire, and De Ligt as the back three. I'm going with Casemiro and Mainu in the centre of the park. I could really make a case for Ugarte playing in this, but I think he's rotating still. And I think if Ugarte plays, that tells you that we are taking this 10 out of 10 serious, and he's going to try and win the game. If Ugarte doesn't start, then the league is the priority, in my opinion. But I think he goes with Casemiro and Mainu. And then I'm giving Anthony a run out on the right wing back spot. It might work. I'm giving Malacia a go on the left wing back spot, and then I'm going Ahmad and Bruno in behind Højlund. And then obviously you've still got the likes of Yoro and Ugarte on the bench. I imagine Rashford and or Garnacho find themselves onto the bench. If they've not, the shit is really at the fan. I'm sure they'll find themselves back on the bench this week. And that gives United some firepower off the bench to be able to change things if it isn't going to plan. This video is proudly sponsored by Hollywoodbets, and we've got an exciting offer for the League Cup showdown between Tottenham and United. Both teams are eager to progress in the competition, and United look to make a statement away from home. The picks that we're going for is over 3.5 cards, over 9.5 corners, both teams to score and United to win. And that's gone from 5-1 to 6.5-1. So a tenner on that is going to get you £75 back. And if you'd like to claim that, all you've got to do is click the link in the description to get started. And if you are new to Hollywoodbets, creating an account is quick and it's easy, and new customers can access additional offers. Details for those are in the description. Odds are subject to change. You must be 18 or over to participate. Remember, football can be unpredictable, and while rivalry always delivers drama, this bet is meant to add excitement to your viewing experience and no guarantee of a win. For more information on responsible gaming, please check out begambleaware.org. How do we beat them? Take advantage of the shape. When they got beat off Chelsea, the problems in the shape were there in abundance. Tottenham can lose their composure and they can lose their discipline, and their shape can get abused. The 8s are really good at covering, but when the 8s don't work and gaps get left, it's because of them. So putting some players in midfield that can move the ball around nice, allowing Bruno to roam and pick the ball up in weird areas, finding the likes of Højlund and Ahmad on the run, really positive for us as well. Use their confidence to our advantage. At home, they will be confident, and that works in our favour, I think. I expect them to step up, and I expect them to put pressure on us. But like I said about their shape, sometimes that overconfidence can result in loss of concentration, and Spurs are they're bad for this, to be honest. 2-0 up and cruising against Chelsea, and bottlers by nature, bottlers by name, force history to repeat itself. I think United have been very good in games. We've gone to the Etihad, we've gone to the Emirates, and we've taken the ball. I'm absolutely certain we can do it at White Hart Lane as well. So that's what I want to see from United. And then be prepared to play on the back foot. We've shown in the City game that we can play on the back foot and we can hurt people, especially when we get the ball forward intelligently. And even though City have got poor form, they're still a far better team than this lot. And away from home, we should be able to just go and copy-paste what we did at the Etihad, what we did at the Emirates, but maybe be a little bit better on corners. We should have some confidence in ourselves. Ahmad should have some confidence in himself. Mainu should have some confidence in himself. That defence should have confidence in itself, and everyone else should have confidence in that defence as well. You can get a result here. And that's what United need at the moment, is to build some confidence. When you look at this run that we've got coming up, let me just read it out. So you look at this run that United have got coming up and you go, yeah, it's rough reading. It is rough reading seeing United's next fixtures. We have got, obviously, Tottenham, followed by Bournemouth. And then Wolves could be an area there, but then Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal. It's a bit iffy, that. We've got a lot of work to do to get through that and come out of it with results. But you know what? Can you imagine the feeling if we did? We get all the way through to that Liverpool game, start of Jan, and we've been in good form all the way through that. Watch out, Watch out. Anyway, that's how I see the game going. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, how you see it's all going to go. Check out Hollywoodbets in the description below. Cheers for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it,
then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.